US 1! Yeah! Alright, this is a big, massive one, US 1. We're not doing all of it though. We're just going from Florida. We're just doing the southern half. But we can look at the whole route and see it goes from Key West to, who knows, this is Fort Kent, Maine. But like I said, we're not going all the way up there. We're just going as far north as Raleigh, North Carolina, in the Triangle area. So we're just talking about Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. We're watching super reviews. If you really like this channel, do all those 4 things. And at 1,000 subs, we're opening up a Discord server. Yeah, that's server. Alright, you can request your exit or intersection in the comments. It's free. Future Highways on the community page. And we got US 141 on Thursday, so we can't get away with the 4s and 1s. And don't worry, we're doing more US 1 in North Carolina, and we'll do southbound as well in the supercuts. Alright, northbound US 1, let's see it. So northbound US 1 begins here out in Key West. It actually begins both on Whitehand and Truman. Going down Truman, you just see a North 1 straight ahead. So there's no begin US 1 yet. And this is going further down Truman. Let's see what we get on Whiteman. We get this beautiful sign. You get 1 North Mile 0. Probably the best sign in the US highway system. And going down Truman, we get this cool river or bank. And we get the First State Bank. I wonder if Key West had a MLB team at the time. And we still get some nice here. We got this cool IHOP literally right across the street from the Gulf of Mexico. And we get 1 North and A1A. And we don't have a control city. And we do get mile 4 out of like 2,600, 500 of them being in Florida. And leaving Key West, we have some swamps. This is the overseas highway, and we'll be on that until we get to Miami metro area. And we cross some nice rivers, and we'll be entering in and out of a ton of islands here. And here's an exit to a military base, but for some reason there's no mention of it at all on US 1 at all. See, we can look at that military base. It is from 2007 Street View, so it might actually be gone by now, don't know. And we are back to some 2-lane roads, but it goes all over the place here. And we're crossing another bridge. There's a lot of them in the Keys, and I think there's like thousands of islands here. And we crossed a 7-mile bridge, and it's gonna be a big one for a bit. And we cross this. I think it is one of the thumbnails of this video, I believe. And here's our real thumbnail of the video. We're actually going south, but going southbound, it's a bit way much cool, so I decided to show southbound. And here's real northbound US 1. And this is around Key Largo. Definitely not Key Largo, don't know. Here is Circle Island. It's just right there in the middle of nowhere. It's just a straight flat island. And we get some pretty cool towns here. I think this is like Lane Island. Don't know the actual island name. And we're crossing yet again another bridge. It's gonna be like this until we get to, like I said, Miami area. And we get way station next left, and we're not getting a mileage sign for saying like Miami. It should have been Miami since Key West. And we're in the Tower of Pizza. I wonder if they actually put the pizza as a tower. And we're leaving the Keys. We have Yacht Club Drive as our exit, but there's no pole for 1 yet. We meet the Star Florida Turnpike for Orlando and Miami. Florida Turnpike is the fastest way to Miami, and 1 is signed for nothing, which kind of makes sense. And we do pass the Florida Turnpike again, but we will not have a direct exit with it since we met it earlier. And after Florida Turnpike, we get what we did on US 41. Just nothing. Wow. And we made Florida 992. Why is that west so big? And the area was just so small. And we're making the 826 and we're getting 1 north south Miami. Come on, we're gonna do an East St. Louis thing here. Just sign Miami. And we're making 959 in South Miami. Wow, is this the reason why we signed South Miami? Just to be provincial? And maybe 995. The start of it. And 1's just disappeared. 1 is heading to the right to follow Brick Hill Avenue. Here we're getting the Miami Sea Aquarium turn right. I don't think anyone calls it that except for Floridians. And here's a look at downtown Miami. Looks pretty cool through here. And we get more views of Miami as we get some nice palm trees, as you would expect by Florida here. Here we meet the start of US 41. The west is cool because it's actually a west alignment. Talked about that in the 41 video. And we're getting more views of downtown Miami. I'm not going to show the Heat Arena because it's too long a video. And we're getting that A1A again, Miami Beach. I'm not going to play the actual piece because we meet it a lot. And this is on 395 actually. We're getting Biscayne Boulevard, the Heat Arena, and the PAC. And we meet 195. We get Miami Beach in 95. But no control safe for West 195 for some reason. On 195 we get the same situation as we did for 395, Biscayne Boulevard. So, okay. And we're making Florida 944. And we're doing the Florida thing where we can't get any control cities at all. And we're making another road heading over to 95. I feel like 1 should now be signed for Hollywood or Fort Lauderdale. And here's some cool scenery leaving Miami. It looks like it's Hurricane Milton here, but it's actually not. And we're getting this exit that is a different exit that will head over to I-95. Let's see what we get now. 1 North Fort Lauderdale. Perfect. This is around the Hollywood area, so I'd sign Hollywood out of Miami than Fort Lauderdale, because if you were to go Fort Lauderdale from Miami, you'd better off taking 95. We get Young Circle in this cool roundabout in Hollywood. And 1 is still sticking to Fort Lauderdale. Perfect. That is the correct choice by Florida there, finally. Here we're getting this weird IHOP. That's just a basic cabin. I wonder if all IHOPs are like that. Don't know. Here we're being 595. We get some pretty cool shields with the 595 and 95 as we reach the Fort Lauderdale airport. And if we're coming from the Lauderdale airport, we're getting 1 for Fort Lauderdale because we're coming from the airport itself. And 595 doesn't get any control cities. I think it should be Tampa because it's heading towards I-75 there. Here we're getting this cool tunnel heading under Fort Lauderdale. 1 goes through downtown, but we'll go for his tunnel instead. And now we're signed for 838 the 838 road, so we're not getting a control city, we're just getting a street here. And when we leave 838, we're just signed for nothing. Don't know what that next choice would be, but we can talk about that. And we're getting this weird do not enter sign, but we're going right through it. The do not enter sign is facing to the road we're actually on, so it may be confusing. And again, we're getting another US 41 situation. We're getting 1 north and 1 south. Here we are on the Dixie Highway, and we get this cool UPS store that has this cool graffiti. And we're getting US 98 and Florida 80 and control cities. Okay. But however, on US 98, there's no US 1 mentioned. We just get Dixie Highway next single. Florida. And here's a look at probably not Fort Lauderdale anymore because we just left that. Might be a different city, but don't know. And we do have another junction road that will take you over to 95. 1 doesn't mean 95 much in Florida, but it does parallel to it a lot. And we get A1A for beaches. Now I can play the piece again. And we get 1 north, 1 south. So as you expect for Florida, we're not going to get any control cities at all. And here's in a different town. We're getting 1 north. I think this is in West Palm Beach, but I don't really know. And we do get some cool views. I think this is the Jupiter River or something like that. Don't know. And we meet US 192 for St. Cloud and beaches. So if we could here have 192 for control cities, what will US 1 be for? Yeah, nothing. We're gonna sign nothing. We're not gonna sign, Fort Lauderdale and Daytona Beach or something like that. It would be the 4-4, which will actually take you over to Cape Canaveral, the Kennedy Space Center, or maybe the interchange after. But for some reason, one is now signed for Cocoa. What is that, Florida? And we're now signed for Cocoa in Titusville. Titusville makes more sense than Cocoa. And we're getting Titusville 15 and Jacksonville 151. Alright, we're getting Jacksonville on there. That's cool. And we get to Kennedy Space Center. One doesn't go to it, but a 1A gets particularly close to it, so I decided to show it today. And we're getting a number 95 road. So that's cool. And here we are at New Smyrna Beach. And we get US 44 and Florida 44. Wonder what that's about. And we are crossing, I believe this might actually be a Jupiter River. And there's not going to be a trend here, please. And we get Florida 421, which is another way to get over to 95. And we US 92, which is signed for Deleland. And beaches and I-4. So let's see what we are signed for. But first, let's show the Daytona Speedway. This will probably be our only video in Daytona Beach, so we might as well show it. And we're being at 95 for Miami and Jacksonville. So no Daytona Beach since we're out of it, so that's good. And on 95 we get one for Ormond Beach and Bunnell. Makes sense not to put Jacksonville on there because 95 is a faster way. And we're now signed for Fort Moose State Park, Florida. Wow, you signed a park over a city? But we get St. Augustine 16, which we just came from. Jacksonville 19, perfect. Jacksonville's right out of St. Augustine. And I wonder if this will be the new Jaguar Stadium, so Mac Jones can actually get better than what he was on the Patriots. And we're getting 9B, which will take over to 295, Jacksonville Bellway. We might get to that one day. And we're getting 295 South Orange Park, 295 North International Airport, and Savannah. And on 295, we get one for Phillips Highway. Should be like downtown Jacksonville, not a real Louisville thing. And but after 295, we do get 95 Junction, but we don't get control cities like Jacksonville or Daytona. But we do meet again with South Daytona Beach. 95 North is just signed for I-10. Don't know about that. And we go right through downtown Jacksonville. We get this cool ramp. Probably takes us over to I-10 or something. And we will be concurrent with US 90, 17 and 23 will eventually join us later. And here's our turn to head over to US 17 and US 23 coming up. But US 1 doesn't join them as US 1 leaves and heads on its own. But it will eventually be US 23 soon. It will be 95 North, signed for nothing, which should be Savannah. It is Savannah, so good job there. And this is on 95, we just get LA Kennedy Parkway and Amtrak. Should be Callahan out here. And this is what it's like leaving Jacksonville. I believe we are on US 23 now, but don't really know. And we're going to be 295 for St. Augustine and Savannah. So we're going to St. Augustine instead of Daytona Beach or Miami. That's surprising. On 295, we're getting 1 and 23 for Callahan. We're going to be concurrent US 23 for the rest of Florida and for the majority of Georgia. And around here in Callahan, it's going to be US 301, but there's no mention of it because of Florida. You can't do control cities ever, but we get the school 95 sign. And we're getting Hilliard 13, last city in Florida, Folkestone 24. I believe the first city we go to in Georgia. Speaking of Georgia, here it is. We're in Georgia now with 23 and 301. And just a couple miles right into Georgia, we get 301 for Jessup and 1 and 23. We'll stay concurrent and head to Waycross. See, Waycross is our choice as we meet Georgia 500 something or Georgia 5 for blacks here. And way across we meet US 82. And we're going to be concurrent with US 82, but there's no mention of West 82 for some reason. And we cross over US 84 and we get a look of downtown Waycross. So Waycross is fine out of 295. And we have US 82. Now US 23 is gone since they have US 82. Why? And we meet US 84 split for Valdosta as well as Georgia 38, which I don't know if it heads there. And on 84 we get South Georgia State College. Oh, that's not good. Here we are leaving US 82. 1 and 23 and 4 will stay concurrent for a while. And Pearson and Alma are our choices. We're heading towards Alma. Come on, I don't know about Alma. Didn't check the population. And we meet Business US 1 and Georgia 23. What? Since when has that existed? And we are in Alma, where we Georgia 32. Let's see what we get signed for next. Ooh, we get Douglas and Baxley. Baxley is where we're heading to. Oh, Baxley, don't know that. And Baxley is our primary as we meet US, I believe, 221 for Hazelhurst. And Baxley, 8 lines 33. Is Lines going to be our primary control save out of Baxley? And looks like it is. This is our major Baxley junction. And we are assigned for Lions. Okay. And we meet US 341 north of Baxley. And we're still getting Lions as 341 heads over to Jessup. And we do have some construction here as we meet Georgia 15 and 29. Wonder if that's US 29 for real.
Come Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane.
And we are meeting US 80, I believe. And no, this is not 80, probably 280. And we're signed for Swainsboro, which is a good choice. And we're meeting I-16, which is for Macon and Savannah. I feel like West should be Atlanta, honestly. And then and then on I-16 we get Swainsboro to the north and Lions to the south. So Lions is on southbound. We can talk about Lions. And this is the USA Junction, Dublin and Swainsboro. And let's see what US 80 signs 1 for. Wadley. Wadley. These cities are getting weirder and weirder. I'd prefer to start saying Augusta now. And Louisville. I don't think we're near Kentucky. Is this the right way to get over to Louisville, Kentucky from here? See, Louisville 8 and I believe Warren's 23. And why is Georgia 4 the first billing? And this is US 221. Going to be concurrent with it. But there is construction, so I understand that they're not signing it. See, they're planning on building a freeway between Louisville and I believe the Augusta area. And we are getting Keysville and Augusta now as we're in the Louisville area. But if you want to turn right, you go downtown. And US 221 splits for Harlan and Appling, and we're still getting 1 for Augusta, which is good now. And we're starting to become a freeway here. We get this exit for Tobacco Road and 4 Eisenhower. I wonder if that's where you're vaping in the Augusta area. And we don't get any control saves, but we're not going to blame Georgia for that. Look at the sunset. The more south you go, the better it is. Then we're meeting 520 West Atlanta and East Columbia, which are the 2 correct choices. But I don't think you take 520 to bypass. You could just stay on 20. And on 520, we get 1 for Augusta and Warrens. And 520 for Atlanta. And we meet US 78 and 278. Why are 78 and 278 always concurrent when we meet it? And it's going to Thompson and Fort Garden. And here's some looks at downtown Augusta. We can see the State University behind the trees. Well, that's a parking garage to be specific. And here's a look at downtown Augusta. If we do US 78, then I'll do some more Augusta stuff. Well, it's US 1, so we're not gonna have a lot of time. And we do mean US 25 as well. And there's no mention of US 1 anywhere in Augusta for some reason. But we do get on 78 and 278 to leave Georgia. And we'll now head into South Carolina, being the Carolinas for the first time. But unfortunately, there's no welcome to South Carolina sign, especially on US 1. Come on. And we're about to meet 520 again, and we're getting 172 to 78 for Aiken. Oh. And here's the 520 junction. We're getting Augusta for the west, and east goes to Columbia and Atlanta. On 520, we get just US 1, even though 70 and 278 are concurrent with it. We're getting Aiken and North Augusta. And 278 leaves, surprisingly, and 178 will go to downtown Aiken. And on this exit, we get Aiken in Clearwater. So we have a nice secondary there. See, immediately after that interchange, we just get this Clearwater sign. So it's Clearwater like a suburb of Aiken. And in Aiken, we get this one bypass around Aiken. It goes to USC Aiken. So that's cool. Here we get this hotel. I wonder if you open those doors. I wonder if they say Aiken. Yeah. And one will leave 78. It's going to Batesburg and Columbia because of I-20 coming up. And here's I-20 West Augusta and East Columbia. I think I should put Atlanta on there since we're so close to Augusta. And on I-20, we just get one Aiken, so no Batesburg going this way. Don't know why. And we are meeting South Carolina 39, and we get Aiken and Batesburg. So Batesburg is on here, so that's good. And in Batesburg, we're getting Columbia now. Again. Well, I mean, if you go straight on US 1, it is the correct way to Columbia. And now we're signed for Lexington, which I think should be signed over Columbia. So, yeah. Here's a look at downtown Lexington, South Carolina. Lexington, South Carolina. There's a lot of Lexingtons, like, everywhere. And another I-20 junction, we're getting Columbia Airport and West Columbia. So I think West Columbia should be signed out of Lexington. And we're meeting I-26 for Spartanburg and Charleston. If you see my gimmick video, you probably will have seen what I said about Spartanburg. And on I-26, we're getting Lexington and West Columbia. I think you could go to Columbia now since we're in West Columbia. What a burger I got at Whataburger. Yep. You probably know. And we're crossing the Saluda River into downtown Columbia. So that's cool. And we're getting this McDonald's in the middle of downtown Columbia. I wonder if Wesley Willis came there and sang. Rock and roll McDonald's. And we are meeting US 21 and 321, and there's no control stations. We just get Columbia attractions. And here's a look at downtown Columbia's close up on US 1. It is pretty cool going through here. And we get this cop car, and we're getting 20 for Camden and Florence. And Augusta, we just came from Augusta. Is there Augusta, South Carolina? On I-20, we just get 2 Notch Road, which is a little better than Augusta, I guess. And we meet I-77 for Charlotte and Charleston. And let's see what we get on I-77. So on I-77, we get same thing that we got on I-20, 2 Notch Road. At this point, it should be Raleigh, if not Rockingham. And we're getting Pontiac. We don't get to Detroit metro area. Why are you signing that? And this is Pontiac, South Carolina. We're already there. And we're meeting 601. And we get this truck detour, which we're not going to follow. And on 601, we're getting Camden now. And Elgin is where we just came from. Okay. And we're meeting 521 and 621, 521 and 601 truck around downtown Camden. And in downtown Camden, there's no major control cities. But if we assign a city in South Carolina, I think Cheraw is the next choice. And on this random road, we're getting this Carolina wildfire place. Like, come on, you're going to sign that over a city? And we're getting Cheraw 13, Wadesboro 29. Can I just go Raleigh or Rockingham instead? And it'll be US 52, the two great US highways meet right here outside of Cheraw, South Carolina. Wow. And we're meeting South Carolina 9 in a mix, which heads to Chesterfield, and we'll now head to Bennettsville and Rockingham. And here's where US 52 and 1 split, and 52 will head to Bennettsville, and 1 will head to Rockingham. Yep. Even more funny. And 1 and 9 will split. 1 will go to Rockingham and 9 will go to Bennettsville and Hamlet. Alright. Oh, welcome to North Carolina. Will they do better? Will they sign Rockingham? Let's see. And we meet US 74 and North Carolina, you're gonna do your thing with Laurinburg and Monroe. Should be Charlotte and Wilmington. On 74, we get Rockingham, Southern Pines, and Cheraw. Raleigh should definitely be on there. And we meet US 220, which is nowhere near US 20, and it goes to the 2 most useless interstates. And here we are in Rockingham. I've never been in Rockingham, and there's no pictures of downtown Rockingham, and it looks pretty cool. And we're getting Southern Pines and Pinehurst. Replace Pinehurst for Raleigh, please. And we're going to be concurrent with 15 and 501. That concurrence is going to end. We're getting 15, 501, Pinehurst, Carthage. 1 for Sanford. Raleigh should definitely be there. And for the rest of our route to Raleigh, it's going to be a highway actually for the rest of the length. We're getting Aberdeen, which we just came from, and Sanford for north. And we're getting a Major League Baseball stadium, wow. And Pennsylvania Avenue, oh no. Is Pennsylvania controlling this road? Oh no. North Carolina versus Pennsylvania. But however, driving for US 1 in North Carolina actually is pretty cool for you on this highway. Then we're getting Southern Pines for south, no more Aberdeen and Sanford, which should still be Raleigh, not Sanford. Come on. And we meet US 15 and 501 again. So why does it leave and come back? Why is that a thing? And we meet US 421 south for Lillington and 87. There's already an I-87. Why is there a state highway 87 and the other way's going to Greensboro? And we're getting Raleigh and Pittsburgh. We're finally getting Raleigh, which should have been from Rockingham, even from Columbia. And wow, they do stick to Raleigh. As 15 and 501 go to Pittsburgh and Southern Pines. And we cross the Deep River. I don't know if that river really is deep or not. And we meet the Triangle Expressway 540. And that beltway is not a triangle. And we're getting 1 north for Raleigh. On 540, we get 1 south Sanford and 1 north Raleigh. So far, so good. Sanford could be fine south, maybe. Yeah, rare changes. They still stick with it. South for Sanford and north for Raleigh. Well done, North Carolina. And we meet 64 west for Pittsburgh and Asheboro. I do think Asheboro is now North Carolina's favorite control city because of the zoo. And we're actually going to be concurrent with 64 east to go into Raleigh. And we meet I-40 east for. Yep, you guessed it. We're going to be concurrent with 440 as 40 west is going to Durham. We're assigned for Wake Forest. And on I-40, we do get Wake Forest as 1 is not going to go into downtown Raleigh. It's going to be concurrent with 440 around it. But I am going to go into downtown Raleigh because that's where we're ending today. And we're going to follow 298B to go on US 401. And here's a look at downtown Raleigh. It's North Carolina's 2nd biggest city in their capital, so that's pretty cool. And we'll end right here at the North Carolina Capitol, and we'll continue down US 1 when we play Philly and New York. And I don't know when we'll do southbound, but the rest of the US 1 videos this year will be northbound. Alright, the way it should be for US 1, specifically the portion that we've covered today. So for North Miami till Florida Turnpike, Homestead, South Miami, you could do East St. Lucie, Miami, North Miami, Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale, Pompano Beach, Boca Raton, Boynton Beach, West Palm Beach, Jupiter, Stewart, Fort Pierce, Vero Beach, Sebastian, Melbourne, Titusville, New Smyrna Beach, Daytona Beach, Palm Coast, St. Augustine, Jacksonville, Callahan, Folkestone, Waycross, Alma, Baxley, Lyons, Swainsboro, Augusta, Aiken, Batesville, Lexington, West Columbia, Columbia, Cheraw, Rockingham, Raleigh. I originally thought jumping to Raleigh from Columbia would be good, but it actually is faster to take I-20 to 95 to 40 due to that. Alright, we haven't done it in a while, so we're going to do Dreamwise Control Cities. For US 1 North, so if I-95 and 20 didn't exist at all, we have North, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, Melbourne, Daytona Beach, Jacksonville, Atlanta, 16, Augusta, Columbia, and Raleigh. Alright, we got US 141 on Thursday. We're going both ways. And still, we can't get away with the 4s and 1s with these roads. Come on.